Okay guys, it's Friday finally. Today I'm gonna have you do a very short big ideas math assignment. It'll be the 10.3 day 2. It's only 6 problems and I'm gonna give you an example of each of the kinds that you're gonna do. The difference today will be that you're gonna wanna get this x, square root of x all by itself. So like for 1 and 2, what you'll do is you'll need to get rid of this number. So we would subtract 5 from both sides because 5 minus 5 would give us 0. But you got to remember on these to bring down that negative with that square root of x. And then over here you'd get a negative. Now, if this negative wasn't here, this would be a no solution because the square root can't equal a negative. But it's going to go positive when you divide by -1. That's what'll clear that negative off of that square root of x. You have the square root of x equals 2, and then that's what we did yesterday. To get that square root off of there so we can get x by itself, you just square both sides, because squaring and the square rooting is kind of opposite operations, so that cancels that out. So we get x equals 4. So 1 and 2 will be just like that. Then you'll have 3 and 4 will be like this, and what we're going to do here is we're going to undo adding and subtracting just as if we were solving for x. So we would add 15 to both sides because this minus 15 plus 15, that cancels out to 0. Now you got 3 times the square root of x, and that equals 18. Then you'll divide both sides by 3 because we're trying to get that square root of x by itself. And then you just square both sides like you did up above, and the square root of x squared just brings that x right out of there, and 6 times 6 is 36. So don't do 6 times 2, make sure you do 6 times 6. And then for 5 and 6, it's going to be a little bit more work, but not too much. Okay, you're trying to get this square root part by itself, so we would undo this adding and subtraction first. So this would give me a positive 5 over here. And then I have the square root of 3y minus 3. Now, we got to get the square root off of there. So just like you did on these ones up above where you just square rooted the x, when you square root this, we get 5 times 5. That is 25. But we don't actually do anything here but bring out what's inside because this square root and that square, that cancels. So you have 3y minus 3. And now you're kind of to your basic algebra. Undo your adding and subtraction next. So that gives me 28 equals 3y, and then we divide by 3. Now, if that were divisible, you'd get a whole number, which you will on your homework. All of your problems on your homework will give you whole number answers. But if it doesn't divide evenly, you can just leave it as a fraction and you could type that in. But for today, all of yours will be whole numbers. So I hope you'll go back and look at this. If you get stuck on the homework, you get 4 chances. So hopefully we can get them right, and let's get this done today. And then enjoy your weekend. And I miss you guys so much, and I hope you're hanging in there. Let me know if I can do anything to help. Take care. Have a good weekend.